Man, why'd I keep popping up?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap.
Let's get it.
Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Hey.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way
I didn't even pick that play. I was too busy looking at other shit. He ran a weak ass stop and go.
75 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
That was on me. I wasn't even looking. I didn't even pick that play.
Here in the playoffs, that was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. 25-yard line. Carry for the former Minnesota Sooner, Joe Mixon. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. That's a 30-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings off the play fake. Leary. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now.
This weak ass arm quarterback threw that shit soft and far.
But boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Allen off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now they run with Sims.
And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Their own 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Off-play action. Leary. He's airing it out for Williams. And I think that one
jump. You ain't even jump.
So this will go only as incomplete. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Buffalo. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. From midfield, here's Allen. And this is going to be caught.
How did he get all that time?
A big gain there for the Bills. 30 yards.
I have an all-out blitz.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
He was able to let dude run a double move or whatever the fuck he ran.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
Why they make me turn around back? That's a pick. Why they gonna make my dude turn his back when the ball come and all of a sudden he was in prime position for that pick.
Getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And it's a Bills touchdown.
Complete to number 2.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun again to Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Good for us.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And this one too low.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Leary.
Oh my goodness, what's going on? Come on, man. Y'all finna be on that bullshit this game like that? I'm pressing triangle. Actually, I was possessing catching that one.
To throw on 3rd down. Leary. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Oh, this QB sucks, man. Come on. They ain't making no catches.
Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen.
They finna call a roughing the passer, and he drops 10 yards back, and the computer just dies while he throwing, and he probably fell on top of him after the dive, and they call. Yeah.
So now a fresh set of downs.
It's a wrap.
After roughing the passer. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets in.
That type of shit just, man, it's too much momentum. It's over.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And some room to run now. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A quick toss outright, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Leary. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Now, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
On play action, Allen.
Oh, then they just gave us super animation.
On the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Buffalo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner.
And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons throwing it hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
No, I didn't say he got Isaiah Simmons too.
To at least get some of this yardage back.
I was just saying, how these niggas be getting all these players? Like, who the fuck be making these trades?
From the gun. Leary. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Excuse me.
9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Leary. They'll set up the screen here to
Come
mix
on,
it.
man. Y'all
Now
not
a
blocking
timeout
at
taken.
all.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Looking to throw. Leary. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. John Ross, as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only have the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters.
And got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, Leary. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down, Leary. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw on second down. Leary eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Allen now on 1st down. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete.
Why you ain't break on that, bro?
One there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Oh man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Quick hitter here is complete. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon. hold. It's an even 30 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Now, if you're on the plus side of 30, you all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Leary dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped to the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there. And it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And again, it's Allen. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he stand in the pocket, and just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
To number 13.
That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Prime time, baby.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. The Bills will add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Leary. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down. From the gun, Leary, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Isaiah Simmons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. rush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on third and long. Leary is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On fourth down, Leary. He's airing it out for Williams. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Leary. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Come on, let's go. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard
From the gun, Leary. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there.
Fuck.
Their chance to score points.
Wrong play.
The opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to let it fly.
Why the hell are you throwing it?
And that should do it.
That's the way to run it,
Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and
Yeah, Madden gave you this game. They snapped. I had, when the game was within 8 points, I had an easy pick. And then they called me, huh?
they take a knee. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.